side. Welcome back. Hello. Hi. We're about almost 6 minutes into the video. Well, 6 minutes into the stream. If you're watching the VOD, unimportant. Doesn't matter if it took 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 hours. We're here. Anyways, we're back at it again with the Lego dinosaur. Unfortunately, though, today I'm sick, so I figured instead of trying to do some like heavy reading or do something else, I figured this would be a decent thing to work on, just because like the majority of the time I could just kind of be quiet as I put pieces together. And I still get to finish this thing because in case you didn't know, we are like that much done with it. We got the toes. Last time we worked on the toes. We also worked on the taint, as you can see, kinda. There it is. There's his little gooch right there that we worked on last time. There. He's gonna have to come back in a minute, so we'll be seeing him again. We'll be seeing Fred again pretty soon. But yeah, today it looks like we're gonna be working on some ribs. Just gonna be trying to keep it quiet. Try to keep it not low energy, but like low voice usage, just because my throat still hurts. I got my Ricolas, like I got my little candies with me, so I'm fine. There's some water here that I will probably not drink. I should probably drink some before I start. But this time around, we really are just going to be enjoying the music as we quietly sit and put Legos together. So, you know, won't you please join me as I toil away at this for a few hours. I'm going to try to at least do 2 bags. That's my goal, is to do 2 bags and then get something to eat. I think that's the goal for today. See how far I can get on this. Yeah, this guy's gonna have to be here, isn't he? Tired of this big freak. Always up in my business. Trying to push all the little pieces away from me so I can make room for this dingus to eat up like half of my screen. Alright. You big idiot. Coming here. Oh, you're gonna crush my cable. That's fine. You're not gonna be able to see much, unfortunately. Just know I'm doing stuff. You won't. I think you'll be able to see this side though. Actually, I can't see this side. So you're just gonna have to trust. Oh no. There we go. Oh. I wish there was a better way to do this. There's no camera in the world big enough for this. Well, actually, hold on. Technically there is. We can like, because in case you didn't know, I actually have this zoomed in somewhat. If we zoom it out, you might be able to see a little extra. Let's see. So we zoom out. Oh, you see my desk? I think this is what we're gonna have to do. Just for the sake of the video, we're gonna have to like zoom out the video or zoom it out a little bit. I don't want you to see me. I mean, but that doesn't really help, does it? I don't think you can see much extra with that. I don't think that helped much at all. That's fine. You can kind of see the instructions here though. That's what I'm working on right now. So let's see. Now we're gonna be working on these big ass ribs. So let's see if we can do this. So hopefully you had a good week. What is it? As of recording, it's the 8th of the new year. So as I said last time, happy New Year's to those who are still celebrating, though I think we're past New Year's now. Let me see. Maybe moving a couple of things around. There we go. But yeah, same old. Does it matter how I connect these? Kind of does, actually. Holy moly, I didn't know that. So I'll bring it up to the camera. So in case you didn't know, on these little pieces, one of the sides is indicated by, oh brother, come on. So you can see there's a number 6 and a dot on one side, and we're connecting the red part into the 6. So we're gonna be doing that for all these pieces. We're gonna be connecting into the 6 slot. There we go. I didn't realize there was an actual way to do this. I thought they were both basically the same. I guess there is some law and order to this world after all. There we go. But in case you're new to watching, I just started a series. I just started playing Mega Man. Mega Man Battle Network 2 was the thing I just picked up. Oh wait. Oh, look at that. Okay. New discovery. So you can see on the left side there's a 6, but if I flip it, there's now a dot, and the 6 is now on the right side. So again, we're back at square one where it doesn't actually matter which way you connect these. So fun. Don't know what the purpose of that is. But yeah, just recently, like within this new year, I just started playing Mega Man 6, or no, Mega Man Battle Network 2. And honestly, I was a bit on the fence about it, but I'm glad I started playing it because it's actually really fun. After getting the second playthrough in, or the second stream in, I've actually had like a good time. I'm thinking about the game now, which is a good sign. Usually you want to be thinking about the game after you're done playing it. You don't want to like immediately just forget about it as soon as you're done playing the first stream of it. So it's usually a good sign when you're thinking about it, doing it again. Let's see. I need tubes. I need some tubes. Oh, great. What's wrong with this tube? There we go. Yeah. Now, does the orientation matter on these? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't think it matters. And then we're gonna be pushing. Are these the right gray pieces? No, these are not the right pieces. Okay. Good thing I double checked. So we're grabbing the darker gray. Let's see. There we go. And now we are sticking this into here. There we go. And then, is there like a length difference? No, wait. We're still grabbing stuff. Holy moly. It's been a while since I've touched my Legos. So it might take me a minute to get back into the rhythm of everything. 2, 3, 4. Alright. I'm just trying to put one of these together, so I know what I'm doing. There we go. And then these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's see, how's that? That pops out pretty easy. I mean, that's correct. I mean, that's how it's put together. This is that this connection is just not like a, doesn't feel like a super solid connection. That's fine, whatever. So I'm gonna put these together as I continue to yap to myself until I get exhausted from yapping. Yeah, I think this is the correct piece. So yeah, I was talking about Mega Man Battle Network. It's a series that I remember playing as a kid, but it was like nothing that left like a huge mark on me. Like it was never like my favorite game of like all time. I just remember really liking it because, you know, me and my brother got to battle net with each other all the time at school. So that was probably like the best part about the whole game, or the best memory I have. And so recently I ran into a couple of like game documentaries, somebody doing video game documentaries on the series, and I'm like, okay, cool, I remember the game. Let me watch the documentary on them. Let me see what this guy has to say about it. And I mean, I'll be honest, it convinced me. I'm like, wow, all this stuff is like not just nostalgia bait. It still holds up to this day, and I would still say so. Yeah, I would say that Mega Man Battle Network 2 still holds up to today's standards. I would say, honestly, a lot of current games can learn a lot from it. I don't know how much they can learn from it, because the terrain of gaming as of 2026 is far different from 2002 or 2000. Let's see. Looks like these are going to be going next to what we just plugged in. So I'm going to do my sides first, and then I'll do that. Hey, Sky. How you doing? I was just talking about Mega Man Battle Network. I'm working on this beast of a machine, well, of a dinosaur. So you probably won't be able to see very much because there's only so much my camera can show off. Also, I got a bit of a cold, so talking's going to be a little limited today. There we go. But despite that, I'm still a yapper. I like yapping. There we go. Got some ribs. And what's next? Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, you can see the little dino toes. Yeah, last time we finished the legs off, so now we're gonna be working on the rib cage for a little bit. And I seem like I think we're gonna do the rest of book 2, and then I'm probably gonna wrap things up. So it looks like we're gonna be doing like the pelvis and some of the arms. So I think we'll be making some pretty good progress today, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. There we go. Let's see. I need this stuff. I'm just gathering the materials now, trying to make sure I got all the stuff I need. Looks like we're gonna be using these tubes finally. And then little end bits. Are these the same size? Yeah, they are. All right, there we go. And then I think assembly is basically the same. Let's see. Oh, where's my mouse? Mouse. There we go. I'll sit for myself. Honestly, that would be pretty savvy. But that would probably take like years of collecting just random Lego bits to try to, like, you know, reverse engineer the dinosaur. But that's quite the lofty goal. That'd be so cool. I'd love to build a second dinosaur with just extra parts. There we go. But yeah, I was talking about Mega Man Battle Network just before you jumped in, and man, that is a good game. I'm playing the second game, and I'm having a lot of fun. It's a Game Boy game, so we're talking like back when the dinosaurs literally roamed the earth. So the story is very, very limited, but the gameplay's like top notch, man. I even saw that they have a TCG. These are gonna go next to this one. It's got a PDF and the last pages. It's tiresome. It is. Yeah. This guy has been like the, what is it? Syphilis or not syphilis? What's his name? It's been like rolling. This has been my boulder, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Building this kit has been my boulder for like the past like month or two. I thought I was gonna be done with it within this time frame, and I'm not. I've taken too many breaks from building this guy. A lot of it is just from, like, you know, just holiday season. You know, you get time off and you tend to work on other stuff. But honestly, this guy has been just a big just a big project for me. This is the first time I'm tackling a Lego kit this big So it's been rough for me, but honestly, every time I come back to it, I always enjoy coming back to this thing. It's just like getting over that mental hurdle of actually tackling it. And like for today, like, you know, like days when you're just like feeling sick and you don't feel like processing information, that's like the perfect time to tackle one of these. Is when you're low energy and like you just want to be head empty for a few hours. That's the best time you can tackle one of these things. So I figured since I'm feeling sick, now would be a pretty good time to try to, you know, chew away at this thing. So I feel like we'll be able to make some pretty good progress for at least a little bit. The goal is to at least do 2 bags, but I might be able to do 3. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna be able to finish this book though. This book is, I don't have very many pages left on this one. Was one that actually gave me skeletons. Interesting. I wonder what that could have been. Did you also work on, because I'm not very familiar with the Lego catalog. Hocus Pocus. Oh, that's cool. Let's go. Oh, that sounds fun. I'll have to check that one out a little bit later. Hocus Pocus house. That is fun. When I think of Hocus Pocus, I think it's the Disney movie, right? Where they have like no, is it Disney? I believe it's Disney. Where like what are they? The Allison sisters? Sanderson, there you go. Yeah, the Sanderson sisters, that's right. Man, that was a good movie. I'm glad they brought it back. Like in, what was it, 2024? They brought it back. They made like a sequel to it. And then everyone started to get on the bandwagon. That was a good time. Because I had completely forgotten about them. I forgot about Hocus Pocus up until they started to make the sequel. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, this exists. Classic age. Yeah. Oh man. We can get into that. We can get into like the modern day businessman and how they are too scared to invest into anything that is risky, and how all they want to see is just profits grow. They don't want to make their own profits. They just want existing profits to continue to grow exponentially until everything implodes on itself. Unlike today. Yeah, unlike today, seriously. Where everything is just a remake of something that, you know, just feeding off of the nostalgia of older generations each new year, until like literally there's nothing for the next generation. That's definitely one of my biggest complaints right now with modern day media, is that they're not making anything for the next generation. Like, the reason why the nostalgia stuff works on us is because we had something to, you know, we had a base to work off of. But now that they're trying to double dip into those bases, they're not making any new wells for the next generation to tap into. So eventually the next generation will have nothing other than like what we're seeing today, which is like, you know, the AI memes that are getting toy lines and stuff, and like YouTubers who are getting toy lines. Like, that's the well we're leaving. That's the kind of stuff that companies are going to have to dip into, you know, 20, 30 years down the road when they're going to try to make money again. But yeah. Oh man. Ooh. I mean, after all that stuff I just said, I actually would really like to see an Atlantis remake. I'm no better. I'm a hypocrite. Because that's actually would be sick. I would love to see like Treasure Planet and Atlantis and a couple of other ones. But there's some like old school like 2D, 3D animated movies that would be awesome to see nowadays. But the problem is like if they try redoing it, they're just gonna do live action stuff, and it's just like it's not gonna be the same. Because like we got a little bit of a taste with that with the Lilo and Stitch, when they redid Lilo and Stitch. And I didn't see the movie. To be fair, I didn't see the remake, the live action remake. But just based off what I heard, it doesn't seem like, I mean, the kids seem to like it, which is, you know, that's the point of it, right? But like original, like people who grew up with Lilo and Stitch, like it was a completely different movie, different story. They changed a lot, changed some of the characters, and it's like, kind of sucks. But what can you do? So I don't know if I necessarily want them to do that with like Atlantis and what was the other, the Space Pirates one I was just talking about? Okay. Oh, no. What? There we go. But yeah, I'd love to see like but we are kind of getting like a resurgence of like animated classics or animated originals, like with Claws. If you haven't seen Claws yet, I mean, it's been out for like what, like a couple of years, for like 8 years, I think. Titan, okay. Ooh, Titan AE. Sounds interesting. But yeah, the nice thing is that some of those kind of like animated classics or animated originals still kind of exist today. It just takes a lot more effort to get them out there now, because when I think about like that style of animation, the most recent one that comes to mind is Claws, which was it's a Christmas movie, like the origins of Christmas, and like, you know, how a postman and the original Saint Nick kind of started the whole tradition. And it's really good. It's a really well done movie. It's a beautiful movie. I would definitely recommend watching it if you haven't. It's been out for a couple of years now, so definitely, if you got Netflix, you can definitely catch it. Even though we just passed Christmas, I still think it's worth a watch. Titan AE. Hey, that sounds really familiar. I gotta look that up. Come on, mouse. I haven't, apart from spoilers. Ooh. Well, highly recommend. It's such a good Christmas movie. Come on, keyboard. There we go. Titan AE. Oh my gosh! Ah! Oh no, you just unlocked core memories. Holy moly, I forgot about this. All right, I got something on my watch list now. Man, who's the studio that made this? Because this is 100% like an art style. Let's see, plot, production. Yeah, who's producing this? Let's see. Music, release, reputation, novels. Let's see. I'm trying to look for the studio. Don Bluth. Ooh, Don Bluth. Okay. Don Bluth also did a couple of. I mean, Don Bluth is a legend, though. That's true. Yeah, you're right. There it is. Yeah, man, what a legend. Yeah, I remember all these classics that he did. Oh man. Anastasia, I remember Anastasia. Space Age. What was that? No, Space Ace. Oh, Space Ace. Yeah. This is the video game. Land Before Time. Yep. Yeah, living legend right there. Yeah, we're not getting guys like that again. Not for a while. That's good. Okay, yeah. Man, because I think the only other animator we kind of still have like that is Baxter, right? The guy who did the Sleeping Beauty dance, ballroom dance animation, who also did like some animations for like Adventure Time and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna need these guys. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that we get like a renaissance for animation, or at least digital animation. But that requires like investor money, you know. That requires someone with a lot of money willing to throw a lot of money at a problem. Because big studios nowadays, like we were just saying, just aren't willing to take the risk anymore. Too much money on the line. But yeah, I'm gonna have to remember Titan AE, because I'm gonna be looking for that after this stream. Yeah, passion and a lot of money. I see a lot of that passion in France currently. I feel like there's a lot of great animators, a lot of great animation studios in France right now who are taking on projects similar to that. Because if I remember correctly, the movie that was Claus the Christmas movie that I was just talking about was a French animation. So that's kind of why my perspective has kind of shifted towards France being kind of like the people who are pushing animation right now. And then also right now, another thing is like a lot of the busy work is being exported out into different countries right now. Like I know it is currently, I think all of our animation work is being pushed out over to, is it South Korea? I believe it's South Korea. And it's just because it's cheaper to do it that way. So even with the amount of talent that we have here in the US, the cost they have deemed too high. Also like or maybe Canada? Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Canada still has like their PBS, like their public access thing. Yeah, Canada, I still believe they still do their own like government funded animation studios where they make things. Man, we got rid of like Sesame Street over this stuff, man. Sesame Street got privatized because of this BS. I remember that now. Boy, what a time we live in, huh? Crazy, crazy stuff. But yeah, also, I was trying to think, what else? I believe Australia also has something like that. At least Australia also has a animation studios that the government funds. It's just us. The US got rid of their publicly funded studios like that. So womp womp. Oh well. Crazy stuff. I almost forgot about that. I forgot that that Sesame Street went into Netflix. I believe it was Netflix that bought the ownership, right? That bought the rights, or that picked up the slack. Otherwise, they were just going to go out of business. Exactly. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I believe in the US, well, no, because I was about to say, what is it? Glitch Studios, the ones who are doing like digital circuits and stuff like that. I was going to say that, you know, they were kind of, they're doing some big things, but they're also an Australian studio. I think the Glitch Studios is from Australia. Let's see, hold on. I'm grabbing. There we go. Grabbing this. And then I'm trying to think, who else do we still have hanging around? Because I know Cartoon Network just went down. I'm Netflix. Whatever Netflix has here in the US is, I think that's it. Whatever studios they're using in the US. That might be the last few. I mean, outside of like YouTubers. Again, we have people like Jaden Animations who have studios, but I don't know if they're necessarily in the US. Like Jaden, and then who else? The Odd Ones Out. I know they do a lot of storytime animations, and I assume they're still using animators from the US. I'm not sure. I haven't. I mean, I'm not looking that close into their studios, into the businesses. Oh, what is this thing? Got this. Got this. And then this guy. Okay, there we go. But yeah, independent animations are probably the biggest thing. And then obviously we still have film. Film is still a pretty big part of the media production here in the US. Our big box offices. Yeah. It'd be nice. It'd be really good. I would love to do that. I'd love for like just like a like we were just saying, like a renaissance, like a new age renaissance of animators, or of some kind of like media production over here in the US. I feel like it would do really well because we have a lot of really talented people out here. And it's just unfortunate that they don't got a lot going on. Because a lot of talented animators that I know of are usually independent. Like they're usually either working for someone, like they're working for like a YouTuber who's hiring them for contract work, or they're making their own content on their own like channels and stuff like that, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. I think that's probably where a lot of that stuff is going to start heading towards, is like independent, like indie stuff. So it never dies out. It just, you know, it kind of transforms and morphs into whatever it needs to. It adapts. That's a good way to put it. Art definitely adapts. Art is always adapting. And, you know, artists will always adapt to it. Because, yeah, I know a lot of people are up in arms about the AI stuff, but honestly, I think the AI stuff, AI art and AI animations is going to end up like, just looking at the content, I don't think it's going to hold for very long. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know. Because when I look at the finished product for AI videos, it doesn't look impressive. But then you see how much money is being pumped into it, and you're like, I don't know. This might have legs. But no, I mean, if you ask me, I don't think AI is going to take off as far as like replacing Hollywood. And if it does, you know, it's obviously going to just be slop. It's not going to be anything of substance. All right, and then we're just going to do this again. Yeah, because the way I see it, I see AI stuff as just like a drain on resources. It's just it's never going to be worth the squeeze, and it probably will take some of these investors. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with the AI stuff. We'll see how it's cooked, but yeah, you hope that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, the AI stuff, I mean, I'm not crazy about. But it's just a lot of money, a lot of time is being sunk into, and a lot of resources are being sunk into trying to make AI something profitable. And it's not like there is a place for it, but I don't know. I feel like people are trying to use AI as like just like a tool replacer, like as people replacers, not like, you know, as actual tools, as it was being like sold to us initially, of like, oh yeah, use AI to streamline your work process. It's like, now it's just going to replace you. Right? Yeah, look at all this stuff right here. I wish, I mean, honestly, I wish I could show you the progress I've already made right there. Oh, something fell off. Oh, I see where it fell off too. I think I see where it fell off. Somewhere over here. Let's see. Yep. Right here. There we go. But yeah, whenever I'm building, I'm yapping about something. Not only do I talk in circles, but then like I'm building at like half speed. So I'll try to get this built a little quicker. Cause yeah, I gotta just like lock in. Yeah, yeah, it happens. That's for sure. Yeah, but I don't mind. Honestly, I like yapping about stuff. Let's see that, then here. Yeah, the only thing I wish is that you could actually see what I'm doing here, because then like 90% of the video is just going to be this of just like shadows dancing around in the background. I just wish there was a way to get the camera to show off all this stuff I'm doing here. Let's see. There we go. And then look at this guy, one of these. Yeah. True words right there. I feel that. Because yeah, sometimes you feel like, oh yeah, you know, I've been yapping a little too much about this weird, super specific thing I'm interested in. And now, now people don't want to talk to me. But I like talking about this stuff. Like, that's literally me with One Piece. I love talking about One Piece. And sometimes I feel like I talk about it a little too much. Because I get into like, and it sucks because nobody's ever caught up. Like, nobody watches One Piece. They only watch the spoilers. So they never really know what's going on in the story. And it's like, you wanna talk about the whole story. And it's like, oh, you don't know that part, do you? It's like, oh, okay. You always got to dance around certain subjects. You're like, oh, well, that's technically spoiler. You can't really bring that subject up. And then another one is TCGs. I love talking about card games, man. That's been another obsession. That was one thing I was actually going to bring up was I was talking about Mega Man Battle Network. And I went down the little rabbit hole of like the story of Battle Network, and then I found out that Battle Network has a TCG that exists, or that existed back in like 2002. And holy moly, was it a good TCG back then? I'm surprised it never took off here. I think it only lasted for like 2 years. Oh, okay. Oh, speaking of Star Trek, did you know Magic the Gathering is going to have a Star Trek set at the end of this year? But it doesn't sound like you're a Star Trekkie. It doesn't sound like you're a Star Trek fan. Yeah, it seems like they tend to, like when they do like these big like expos and stuff like that, like the Fan Fest. I guess it's kind of like hit the biggest demographic you can. And yet I know that feel. But yeah, Magic the Gathering at the end of the year is making a Star Trek set. I don't know, I'm a little on the fence about it. I'm not a fan myself. I've seen some of the newer movies, but it's never grabbed my attention. But the fan base, it seems to be huge. I don't like Discovery. No, I agree with that 100%. Discovery has like sold out. Them and the History Channel, man. Discovery and the History Channel, they're shells of what they used to be. At least that's what it seems like to me. Oh, Discovery, Star Trek Discovery. I'm thinking of Discovery Channel. That's right. Is that the is that like the recent reboot is Star Trek Discovery? Is that with like the young new people? Because that's been my major. I mean, to be fair, I really like the action. Because I remember I've tried watching some of the older movies of Star Trek, and it never really captured my attention. I mean, it quite literally reminds me of like a space drama, which I think is fitting because that's what it's supposed to be. I think Star Trek is supposed to be a space drama. Yep, fairly recent. Okay. It's also hard to watch season 4. Ooh. That is very interesting. No, I mean, my only experience with Star Trek has been the movies, and the more recent movies, like the movies that came out, you know, the mid 2000s with the new cast, all the new young faces, where it's very like much like heavy action stuff going on, and that like kept my attention. And then I went back to look at the other movies, and I'm like, oh man, these were great. I want to see some of the old Star Trek stuff, and it's like nothing. It's like a snail's pace compared to the more recent movies. But I mean, I don't know. I gotta go back and probably rewatch Star Trek. Try to watch Star Trek at least. Oh man. That sounds familiar. I don't know if you watch anime, but that's how I feel about the more recent episode. What is it? Season 3 of One Punch Man. I have that same exact feeling about season 3 of One Punch Man. Season 2 of One Punch Man was already really tough to watch compared to season 1. Season 1 was like the pinnacle of like some like battle shonen, and then like we get to season 3 and it's like everything is like, oh, everything looks terrible. All the designs have been cut, like designs have been simplified and like barely moving on screen. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad if you're a One Punch Man fan. I mean, the manga is still really good. The actual manga is great. It's just the animation they've butchered. So I definitely I feel that sentiment of like, I can't keep doing this to myself. I gotta get out of this abusive relationship. It's so bad. I mean, okay. I like Harry Potter a lot too. So I don't even think your taste is necessarily bad either. Harry Potter, I'm trying to think. I remember the movies a lot more than the books. Oh boy, I'm trying to think. Honestly, I don't know. I liked each book of Harry Potter has been good. I don't think I've read a book I didn't like. I'm trying to think. I guess like The Goblet of Fire might have been the weakest in the series. Well, no, maybe I don't know. I don't really exactly remember. I think Half-Blood Prince, around that era of Harry Potter, was probably the lowest, but it was all still really good. Like, a lot of Harry Potter is still really fun to go back to. Even now, even going back and watching the movies, man, it's still really good. Definitely, after the movies were done, going back to the books and reading all the extra details was really fun, and getting all these little extra explanations. I think they did a great job interpreting the books into a movie, because I still prefer watching the movies over the books, over reading the books. But I definitely commend them for trying. I think they definitely exceeded. What are we doing here? Okay. There we go. Got one really long rib cage. Rib. I'm trying to think. Other than like the first, I mean, the first book is really, I think it's a classic, man. I don't think you could ever top the first book. I think the first book came out at like the perfect time for the majority of its fans. Like right when you're like, when you're able to read, but not the best at reading. So Harry Potter is still a really fun read. It feels like something we could remake too, but yeah. Oh, that's right. Is Netflix doing the they're doing like a series, aren't they? I believe Netflix is doing a Harry Potter series. I haven't really looked into that, but I remember just hearing about it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, honestly, Netflix, they got the pockets. They got the pockets to definitely compete with the movies. I'm curious. I'm seeing how that's going to turn out. Do we know when that's going to come out? Is that going to come out this year? I hope it does. That'd be another fun watch. All right. These are going. Oh. We almost got these ribs done. Let's see if I can try to show this off without everything falling apart on me. These ribs are huge, by the way. It's a massive wingspan. I'm gonna have to fix the other side because you can see they're all kind of a little wobbly, but they're looking good so far. Oh, yep. Every time. Let's see. Get that pushed back in here. There we go. All right, got 2 more ribs to put together, and then hopefully I can put this guy away for a few minutes. It says, oh, 2027. Okay, so next year. Okay, well, that's fine, because I feel like I've been hearing about it for like, what, they've been talking about it for like 2-ish plus years, right? I feel like it's been in the works for a couple of years now. I wonder if they've been hitting some production issues. Oof, yeah. Let's see. I mean, I got faith, man. I got faith. Because only reason why I have faith is because Netflix did One Piece, and I would argue that the live action One Piece did a very good job interpreting the manga and anime. So I think they're gonna do a good job with Harry Potter. But man, it's gonna be a rocky boat, because it sounds like, you know, they're butting some heads over there. Sounds like they could be butting heads over there. If it's taking this long if it's gonna take an extra year to get production done, because that's gonna be like what, 4 years in production. Well, I guess like it's gonna be. I guess if they finish filming this year, by next year they should have the whole thing finished up and edited. Or post production should be done by the end of 2026. So I guess by the end of this year. So I'm guessing this year then they might be working on post-production. Potentially. I mean, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but just, you know, what I would guess is that they're probably working on post-production right now. So they're probably mixing it, editing it. Hopefully. I wonder what's the news talking about. It's like the new Harry Potter series canceled. Question mark, shock emoji face. But yeah, it sounds like they've been working on it for a while, and it may not all be due to, it might be due to like directors and producers butting heads over certain things. Netflix officially cuts the entire Harry Potter film series. Oh, So is it not going to happen anymore? Oh no. Oh no. They couldn't sell their dead bastards. Why? We can't have anything nice. Son of a gun, man. Nah. I'll have to, now I'm curious. What could have possibly happened? I wonder what drama has unfolded. There we go. All right, that is the ribs all done and dusted. Hopefully this guy can go be somewhere else. Go be Winslow, go somewhere else. Yeah, okay. So for now, I can get like 10 minutes away from this guy and actually have my whole thing back. Harry Potter movies from Netflix before the show. Oh, I see. Okay. For less confusion, seems all okay. Man, blah, blah, blah. You're right. That's 100% clickbait. Because the first thing you sent me, I'm like, oh no, they're cutting the whole thing. Okay, no, I guess they're just pulling. I mean, I don't think people would be confused. Again, this is just like these companies thinking we're too stupid to know the difference between stuff. I think there's probably some other reason. There's got to be another reason they're cutting the movies from Netflix. Because I definitely don't for a minute believe that. It's for the confusion. Let's see. Because those movies have been out for like what, 20 years? Movies have been out for a while, man. I don't think people are going to get the movies confused with the TV series. I would be shocked if they did. And then I'm guessing we're going to do the same thing on the other side too, right? Yeah. Because I'm trying to think of like a justifiable reason cutting it from Netflix. I mean, sometimes you don't. Interesting. Okay. So I guess what you're saying is kind of like, can it do it on its own merits? It sounds like. Okay. Well, we'll see if that works. I don't know. My hopes would not be too high on that. It's just going to be unfortunate that they're cutting the movies from Netflix. So I'm wondering where they're going to end up being. Let's see. How exactly is this going to connect? Let's see. Oh, I missed the part. I see. Do-do-do. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to sell the... I stay with Warner Brothers. Peacock would make sense. Okay. Yeah, because now I got to figure out what other streaming service do I have to watch the movies on now. I don't know, man. Like, the movies, that's a pretty big thing to have. You know, I'm sure a lot of people still have a Netflix subscription because of the movies. So I guess selling the rights probably will be better, but yeah, they're probably going to give them to Warner Brothers or rent them or lend them to Warner Brothers. I don't know who currently owns the rights. I assume Netflix currently owns the rights, considering they're the ones streaming it. Or if they're letting their like a lease, if it's some kind of like lease that they have and they're just gonna let it run out and then the rights go back to Warner Brothers. Not too sure. Not too sure about the legal business aspect of all that stuff. All right, now that I have it on this side, I can adjust the ribs. Make sure they're all on correctly. There we go. There we go. All right. Next thing, this guy. Make sure I have everything with me. This. These guys. And then this. And then this. It's all connected to Warner Brothers Discovery. Oh, brother. Yeah, didn't they just recently do a massive buyout? I forgot who bought out who, but just recently, I believe. Who did the buyout? Was it Netflix? Did Netflix buy out Warner Brothers or something along those lines? Netflix. Okay. Yeah, I remember that was a couple of months ago. I think that happened. That was a recent thing. So I guess to avoid the monopoly, they're gonna give the Harry Potter movies to Warner Brothers, even though they still technically own it. That's crazy. Who would have guessed that Netflix would be the one buying out all these companies? I honestly would have thought it was gonna be Disney. I really did think Disney was gonna be the one buying all these people out. Let me see. Twist this guy around. All right. And then here. There we go. Okay, now the spine is done. Now that we've added those little protrusions. Anything out there. All right. All right, I'm gonna try to open this where it won't be so loud. Yep, I agree with that. Because everyone's just trying to make a quick buck, man. Quick buck. You know, everyone's trying to get their wad of cash and they're jumping ship. Everyone's acting like they're the Wolf of Wall Street over here. When that is definitely not a, I mean, we're seeing that already, that it's not a sustainable business practice. The Pringle prices, you got 4 to 6 with rounded edges. Oh man. That's funny. Man, I haven't had Pringles in a while. I'm trying to think. Also, what's the name of that? The lizard mill. That was another one that increased in price. Actually, what is it? The only thing that hasn't that has sustained value or that has sustained its price is the Costco hot dog, and I believe Arizona iced tea is still $1.99 or something like that. I believe it still has kept its price. So I mean, to be fair, some companies, they're still out there doing their due diligence. Is that correct? Okay, yeah. But that also reminds me of Hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos, a chip bag that is already half full, filled to the brim with chemicals, already costing you like $6 or $8. It's wild, man. All right. Then these guys are growing on the ribs. All right, I'm gonna just come over here for a second. Come back to me. There we go. All right. I'm tired of getting this guy all up in my face. I actually want to have like a workspace that I can actually see. Here we go. And now the ribs are done. Yeah, thank God. And they're pretty big, man. Let me see. There we go. Looking pretty good, man. Like, it's impressive when you see like the barrel of the chest. Let me see if I can get a good look at that. Like the width of it. Oh, it's I wish I could get a good angle to see like how wide the actual chest is. It's pretty big, man. It is very impressive to see how expansive the ribs actually are. But yeah, if I would have known that this guy was gonna be so big, I probably would have got like a taller camera stand, you know, in hindsight. We're still keeping it like this. One of these. Of course, this is gonna be tough to find. There it is. Okay, there we go. One of the top sellers. It's all in good eyes. Yeah. There we go. There we go. We got that. Ah. We gotta do it again. No. It's already a pain in the butt to find these parts before. Okay. Okay. This here. And we just need these two. Four. All right. All right. We got everything we need. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, no worries. No worries, guys. Ow. Right now I'm just thinking about the next talking subject I want to bring up. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Is like I'm trying to think of what I'm going to try to bring up right now. What's the next thing I want to talk about? Okay, I see. What the heck is this thing? One, two, 4. Oh, okay. Just bring up the Iron Giant. Actually, yeah, not a bad idea. Let's see. Iron Giant. What do I know about the Iron Giant? I'm trying to remember because I feel like last time you, for some reason I feel like we brought this subject up in a past stream. Where's my mouse? Let me see. Let me see. I feel like we talked about it just recently. Yeah, in 2022, they had released an Iron Giants. I feel like I did talk it. Yeah. I remember because I have like a vague memory of that. I mean, Iron Giant's pretty sick. I think if I didn't build, I think it was during the Optimus Prime build. I think that did come up. I believe, I don't remember if it was you, Sky, or somebody else mentioned that there was an Iron Giant kit out there when I was building the Optimus Prime Lego set. And I got really like invested. I'm like, wow, that's cool. And supposedly it's a pretty similar build between the two. But back in 2022, which is probably gonna be difficult to get my hands on if I wanted to build it. Not only that, but the price of Lego sets are going up in price, man. It's crazy how like all those older kits are accruing value so quick. I don't know if you remember, but I believe it was just recently they started doing like these little extra kits that you can buy with your Lego sets. So like when you buy like a $300 Lego set, they give you like a small little bonus kit that you can build. And I got one that was a, what was it? It was the Genesis controller with the little Sonic background in the back of the controller. And that's like a, how much is that now? I think last time I looked at it, it was like $100 kit. And it's like a Lego set of like 100 pieces or something. It's like, well, really tiny set. It's like not a lot to write home about. But the aftermarket for Legos is getting a little crazy. So I'm curious to see, like, once the original Game Boy gets out of production, what we can expect to see prices of that going, because that was another kit I was like tempted to build. I like this thing. I don't know what this thing is, but I like all the joints it's got. But yeah, Iron Giant, man, that's a good movie. Thinking about it now, it was wild. It's wild when you go back and watch the Iron Giant when you're a little older, and you realize that it was quite literally a killing machine, like a space alien ship designed to wipe out the human race, and it just never did that. Because like it's definitely like a what if scenario if like what was it The Day the Earth Stood Still? Is that the alien movie that I'm thinking of? Not this piece. Or it's definitely like one of those what if episodes of like, what if like the planet destroying monster got amnesia and decided to love humans instead of destroy them. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, you never really like yeah, you know it's from space, you know it's a big giant robot monster, but you never really put the pieces together until like he goes berserk and actually starts like blowing up the small town in like the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, oh my god. This really could have ended horribly for these people. So I really do like that like sense of storytelling. Is this the piece? Yes, this is the piece. And then we need this piece to go along with it. So as far as like, I would like that concept to be reintroduced. Like, I definitely like to see that kind of more explored. I guess it kind of was, because I think there was a Superman movie kind of based off of that idea, where like, if Superman crash landed and was just an evil baby. Oh, rip. I guess the story I got him from is down. That's unfortunate. It happens. Was it like an old brick and mortar store? Let's see. Then this flip. And then this gets plugged into here. But yeah, I remember seeing a trailer for like a what if like Superman was just an evil baby when he crash landed and just completely just was like a psychopath. And I thought that was a cool idea. I'm like, oh yeah, up online clone kit, shop close, Venmo. Oh, okay, I see. Vonado, okay. Vonado, okay. I wonder what happened then, because I've heard about like these third-party companies making like knockoff Legos. Do they get closed down because of like copyrights, or is it just like foot traffic? Like they're just not getting enough people buying stuff? If I had to guess, it's probably legal reasons. Potentially. Okay, what is this connected to? Okay, let's see. But I've thought about some of those companies where you get like those kind of knockoff things where you get the third-party Lego sets, because honestly, price-wise, it's just you can't beat them. You're buying like a full Lego set for like a quarter or for like half the price. So I've definitely contemplated doing that. Yeah, but you shouldn't be. I mean, true. But you know how it is. You know how these people are, man. Like the whole thing with like you probably already know about the copyright stuff for like after like 100 years, something that was created 100 years ago enters free domain. However, because of company intervention, specific ideas cannot be like put into free domain. Like for instance, I think some of the more famous ones is like Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, you can't have a honey bear with a red shirt and no pants. Like it has to be 70. Yeah, it has to be something like, it has to be a very specific style of a character. And then obviously there's Steamboat Willie. Steamboat Willie is a little more recent, and I think Betty Boop I think just recently went into free domain. Betty Boop and Steamboat Willie are both copyright free, or free use, but it's a very specific style. It has to be the Mickey Mouse of black and white, wearing a very specific hat, very specific pants. And if you go anywhere outside that design, then Disney basically chops you off, or just cuts you off, essentially, putting it a little nicer. But yeah, it's rough, man. Lawyers make everything worse, but I think they are a necessary evil, unfortunately. So I'm guessing probably what happened is that one of their bricks looked a little too similar, like crossed the legal line, and now they had to close the store. I'm pretty sure they're going to reopen though, because a lot of times those kind of surfaces never go away. They just kind of rebrand into something different. I mean, that's how like the piracy websites still operate to this day, is that they just go under different aliases, different web domains. You can still watch all these shows for free. The only issue is like now you got to go and figure out what name are they going to be under now, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to use Vonadu again. Let's see. But it's on Amazon. Okay, well, arguably a little better because it's a little more widely accessible. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Amazon, but at least like that's a pretty easy domain. Like Amazon's a pretty like fast available thing to get onto. So it's not like they're under a different like web domain or anything like that. They should be. That's pretty easy to find again. But now you just have to go through the Amazon slop. And then I'm not looking for this one. I'm looking for the mirrored piece. Yeah, this one. There we go. Okay. I'm doing it right. Yeah. Am I? Actually? Okay. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I made it fit. Oh, this piece. That's right. Okay. And then this goes over here. Honestly, this is a very foreign shape. I don't know what bone structure this is trying to imitate. This looks, I don't know. Because like I see these, well, I guess these are probably the hands. So if I had to guess, maybe this is the collarbone. These are supposed to be the hands, but then like, what is this thing? I don't know. It's very crab shaped. That's all this reminds me of. Is just like, it feels like I'm building like some kind of like king crab or something. Go. And this connects here. I love this strange little creature that I've put together. Yeah. His name is Tom now. I love this. This is so silly. Okay. Now what the heck is this thing? Okay, so it is the collarbone. Okay. So let's stretch him out. Get him into strange eye pose. Flip him like this. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So it's gonna be like just like a necklace, sort of, for this little T-Rex. Unfortunately, you will not be able to see it, so you will just have to trust me. The Iron Robot, not to be confused with the iconic Iron Giant. Oh no. That's funny. I love the legal loopholes like that. I think Transformers, there's a company that does Transformers that has something very similar to that. Gosh, I haven't looked at Transformers in a very hot minute. It's been a few years since I've looked at Transformer toys. But what is it? Is it Taico? No. There's a company out there that makes or a Chinese company that makes some high quality third-party Transformers toys, but they always have a stupid name like Red Robot or like not Optimus Prime Miss. It's very silly. I love that kind of stuff. All right, what are we building next? Is the metal giant. It's silly. All right, let's just get started before I spoil myself. I don't want to know what it is yet. Okay. So out of curiosity, how much is the metal giant gonna cost you on Amazon? And then I'm curious to see like what the quality of it's gonna be like. See if it's gonna be worth the picking up a metal giant for myself. Because I got Optimus Prime, but Iron Giant would be pretty cool to pair with him. Jumping a little bit ahead. I already have. Okay, 40 bucks. That's not bad. Ooh, that's really good. That is like a significantly reasonable price. That's very doable. For like a whole ass robot. He came in a bag. Oh man, I'm gonna start coughing. Just the thought of that. The thought of that is tickling me quite something fierce. That's funny. I could just imagine. Could you imagine just the Iron Giant showing up to your door in a bag, in like a trash bag? Oh man, that is funny. That'd be so funny if they make a sequel to Iron Giant. That's how the kid finds the Iron Giant, just in a big old trash bag. It's like, yeah, I reassembled, but I'm in a trash bag. You gotta put me back together. And I'm guessing it's does it come with its own instructions, or is it assuming that you're gonna use, or does it assume you're gonna use the Lego instructions? Okay, with the QR code. Okay, all right, good to know. Because I was curious, like, if they would make their own instructions that they would print with it, or if they would like rely on the official instructions, since it's essentially going to be the same thing. Next bit. There we go. Oh, okay. This piece. Okay. There you go. Yeah, for Lego kits that are out of production, I see no reason not to buy a third-party kit. I think it's completely reasonable, because if they're not going to re-release it, then, you know, what's the point, right? You should be allowed to purchase it in other means. Ooh, this is a cool shape. Look at that, that's wild. Like some kind of weird futuristic looking blaster blade. I don't know. But yeah, for kits that are definitely out of like production, yeah, because I don't think there doesn't seem to be any signs that they're going to be re-releasing the Iron Giant. So, you know, there has to be at least another accessible way to get them. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see right here. Yeah, this is the rest of his pelvis. And then this is connecting right here. Yeah, that's my favorite part about building these Lego kits. Is like you spend like 80% of the build trying to figure out what you're putting together, and then like the last like 10-20% is like, oh, that's what it is. It's like, ah, I see. It was a hip bone. I wasn't making like a pipe bomb. I think that was definitely the wrong piece. I would assume. I don't know enough about bones, about bone anatomy to be able to point out which part of it is. I know doctors have to be able to do that though. Doctors gotta know, like, I think the name of every single bone in a person's body. Is this the right piece? Let me see if this is the right piece. Let me put this part together. And how does this fit? Okay, no, that was the right piece. Okay, good. I just had to make sure I was in the right space. There we go. And then this guy's gonna lock in. Brother. All right, I think it's gonna end up being this last bag, and then I'm gonna call it for the day because I'm still not feeling good. Let's see. Can you see what I'm doing? You can sort of see. I can't really see what I'm doing. There we go. Something snapped into place. Move. In theory, it should move, right? Let me see. Popped it out. Oh, I'm not done yet. I still have another hip bone to make. But yeah, if you're heading off, Sky, that's not a problem at all. It was lovely talking to you. There you go. Okay. All right. I got it. It's like such a small amount of movement. That is all the articulation you get out of that little piece. There we go. And we're gonna have to pick another one. Yep. Yippee! We get to make another one of these. I guess in hindsight, I should have been making both at the same time. Well, I could have very easily done both at the same time. Just, it never clicked in my brain. Yeah, this one right here. And then okay. Man, I didn't realize how long it took me. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, and we're only 2 bags in, man. Oh, brother. This monstrous kit is gonna take me a bit. but it's fine. I'm enjoying the build process. It's just finding the strength to come back to this every so often. But I feel like I took a big enough break from this. I feel like my break has been long enough away from this kit, so it doesn't feel too bad to come back to this. Here it is. Okay. Hold on. Oh no. Let's see if I can fix this. There we go. Okay, I saved it. There you go. Glad I caught that before we moved any further. But yeah, what can I talk about now? Oh shucks. We're so close. Now all this stuff has to shift over one block. Ah, that's fine. Oh no. Ah. Everything is falling apart. See if we can get this separated. Might be a little difficult. Pull these guys apart from each other. They fit so perfectly together. Oh, okay. We're getting something. There we go. There we go. Okay. A little closer to where we're supposed to be. Now, where did I leave off? I was working on this. Okay. There we go. But man, so if I remember correctly, I think I mean, something I want to talk about. I definitely want to talk about the, what is it? The Mega Man TCG, and how I've been very tempted to get into it, to go out and buy a product of it. It's a very old, extremely old TCG made up like in 2002. And obviously, I think, what is it? It had like it had 3 sets. And the cards look ugly. Because I think they're all like they're either screen grabs or like not original art for the TCG. It's all art being used from like the anime and the show and stuff like that, and the comics, I assume, potentially. Let's see. This is gonna sit here. But no, because it's difficult when you're looking for a TCG you're trying to buy from like back in the day. It gets pretty complicated to try to find like a reliable seller, and then also trying to figure out exactly what you want to build on top of that. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, I see. So, I definitely want to try the tabletop simulator maybe at some point in the future. I think it'd be pretty cool to try out. Because I did see that they had a tabletop simulator for the Battle Network stuff. They used to have a website very similar to Dueling Book for Yu-Gi-Oh, but they had a Mega Man version of it. And I don't know if it's still active. It might not be active anymore, but it would be worth taking a look at and seeing if it's still running. Did we miss a piece? Might have missed a piece on the other guy. Let me double check it. Because I don't remember doing that last little bit. Hold on. Aha. Use this as a reference. That doesn't really help me. No, does it? But it does look like I forgot a piece on this other one. So let me see if I can like put this back on here without destroying my beautiful kit. There you go. Okay. All is right with the world. Oh, brother. Oh, it's almost done. Holy moly. It is so close, man. We got hips. We got arms. This is crazy. Jesus. Now we got the little tops of the hip bones. That's quite cool. And I believe, let me double check the pages. I believe that should be it. And that's probably gonna be it for today. Just because my voice is a little hoarse, that is it. Okay, that's the end of book 2. Let's go. Next one, book 3. It's gonna be the skull, and obviously the long ass tail, which I'm not even sure how we're gonna handle that. I am not looking forward to that, but I am very happy with progress today. Unfortunately, I feel like half of the stream you couldn't see what I was doing because this big idiot had to be on the screen for half the time. Oh man, he's really cool. Let me make sure all of his ribs are properly aligned, that he's looking very show ready. Let me see if I can get his arms to rotate in the right direction. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That is so cool. Wow. It's little things like that. Oh man, please don't destroy yourself as I try to like show off your enormous body. Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. Holy moly. So that's what we worked on. We worked on the ribs, the hips, and we got his little arms and collarbone connected. Making sure nothing's coming loose on this guy, because knowing me, something's gonna pop off. Something's gonna try to pop off at least, and not in a good way. I'm gonna go back here and double check my work. Man, he is like a tank. He's a tank of a kit. He's a big boy. I'm really happy with this. I love this guy. Definitely a big fan of this guy. I'm glad I came back to this. I don't know when we're gonna come back again. Because I came back to this mostly because I was sick and I needed to like rest my voice, but thankfully that didn't happen. I really do enjoy chatting with you guys when you guys do show up. Regardless if we have like similar interests or not. I just love yapping about stuff with people. So yeah, again, thank you, Sky, for dropping by and keeping me company while I was working on this mess. And always appreciate it. I love working on this thing. It was a great time to work on them, because when you're feeling sick, it's a good like head empty thing to just work on this thing on like a big Lego kit and not have to think about your problems for a little bit. Oh man. And we had some issues at the start of this stream. That is for sure. Everything was trying to fight me before we started. But thankfully, the VOD will hopefully not be able to see any of that. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. So I'll catch you on the next one, probably next week. Once I'm like fully recovered and feeling better, we will come back to this, or we'll come back to something else. I think we're going to probably start the new Pokemon game. Come on, mouse. Please, mouse. There we go. But yeah, we'll come back to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, I think is what we're going to start next week. The rest of this week, I'm going to use just to recover. So I'll be uploading and all that kind of stuff. So I'll go ahead and leave you here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, bye 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 bye.